On episode 195 of He Said, She Said movie reviews, we take a look at the movie A Promising Young Woman.
Welcome to He Said, She Said movie reviews. This is the podcast where a happily married couple with similar but different movie tastes take a quick, spoiler-free look at the movies, helping you make the right decision before your next movie. I'm your host, Tim.
And I'm April.
So we saw A Promising Young Woman in the theaters. What do you give this movie, April?
I'm going to... Although the subject matter was really difficult, the movie was absolutely incredibly well done. So I'm going to give it a 4. It was amazing.
For me, it's either 3.75 or a 4. I really enjoyed this movie. It was a lot better than what I thought it was going to be, and a lot better than the previews showed it to be. We'll tell you all about it right after these two trailers.
The first one we saw was Land. I really want to see it. It's about a woman that's grieving. She seeks out a new life off the grid in Wyoming. The release date is February 12th with Wright, Kim Dickens, and Demián.
Yeah, this looks really good. I can't wait to see it. I think it's just going to be in the theaters. I don't know if it's going to be streaming or not, but it looks really good.
And the other trailer we saw was The Little Things. It's about 2 cops tracking down a serial killer, which I really want to see. The release date's January 29th, 2021. I think it's also released streaming.
Yeah, I think it's going to be on HBO Max, if I remember seeing that right.
With Denzel Washington and Rami Malek.
And Jared Leto. Yeah.
That's right. I forgot about him.
Yeah, you got 3 Academy Award-winning actors in this movie. So, I'm anxiously awaiting January 29th.
All righty. The storyline about the movie we saw, Promising Young Woman, was pretty straightforward. It's about a young woman traumatized by a tragic event in her past. She seeks out revenge, basically, against those who crossed her path.
The director and writer for this movie, it was Emerald Fennell. She's a first-time director. It's her first directing credit, and it's also her first feature film writing credit, but she does have 2 credits from TV writing credits. She's done 6 episodes of Killing Eve and 4 of The Drifters. And if you don't know who she is, if you watch The Crown, she's the actress who's playing Camilla
that's right.
on The Crown. So
yeah, she's shout out. I thought she was amazing.
Yeah, for a first-time director, I really enjoyed what she did with this movie.
All righty, you want to do the cast?
Sure. This was Carey Mulligan, Burnham, Laverne Cox, Clancy Brown, Jennifer Coolidge, Christopher Mintz-Plasse, Max Greenfield, Adam Brody, Ray Nicholson, Sam Richardson, and Connie Britton was even in here. One of the neat things about this movie, it had a lot of cameos from people.
Yes,
it did. Connie Britton.
And several comedians,
and,
right?
a lot of comedians. It's interesting because of the subject matter, but... and we'll get to that when we talk about the theme and everything. But you had a lot of comedians playing in this very serious movie.
All right. Runtime was 113 minutes. It's rated R for strong violence, including sexual assault, language throughout, some sexual material, and drug use.
Yeah, as I said, this was a really heavy movie.
Yeah, it was.
It had a tone about rape, suicide, sexual addiction, and revenge. And I think the theme that they were trying to go with was even that nice guys will take advantage of a woman. I think that's the message they were trying to do with this movie. So
yeah, the movie, the reason, and I've encouraged so many younger women to see this movie, is it's very hard to watch some of it, but so educational, number one. Number 2, I think that the tone for me in this movie is that, trauma, no matter how young you are, right, and a tragic or a traumatizing event, it's amazing how long it stays with you, right? Yeah. And what she did with what happened was interesting. Because, see, I went into this movie thinking the movie was going to be about one thing. Right?
Yes.
And it was totally different. But I will tell you that from an acting standpoint, a story arc, every single job behind the camera, This team did an amazing job. And yes, it's heavy, it's hard to watch, but I think it's all the more important to see.
Yeah. And like I said, this movie had a really great cast. And
Yeah,
I
it did.
thought Carey Mulligan,
Oh, she was amazing.
playing Cassandra, the main role, she did a really good job in this.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm a huge Clancy Brown fan, going back to the days of Highlander and everything.
Yeah.
But I never realized when I was looking the things up for this, how many roles Clancy Brown, he is a prolific actor. Yeah. And then Jennifer Coolidge, Clancy Brown played her father. Yeah. And then Jennifer Coolidge was the mother. Jennifer Coolidge, Stifler's mom, American Pie and everything.
And I also want to say Connie Britton, even though it wasn't a large role, I thought she was amazing, as always.
Uh-huh.
But Carey Mulligan, I've watched her in so many different roles over the years. She always delivers. So it was really good.
So I guess what we're saying is the acting was incredibly strong in this movie.
The direction from a first-time director was great. I thought the score was good.
Yeah, it had a good score. The cinematography, nothing to write home about. It's not a movie that's going to win an Academy Award for cinematography. Production design, good.
Yeah, and there were really no special effects to speak of.
No,
the editing was normal, and the pace moved along well, which always delights me, as well as the dialogue was very, very well written.
Uh-huh. So we go through these things, and it sounds kind of like, we're saying, nothing special here with the cinematography, nothing special with the production. It was the story and the acting, really, that both of us give this movie 4 stars.
Yeah.
It was a surprise. The movie was a surprise. It definitely had a surprise ending.
Definitely. Also, too, it was so compelling, her story, the past, how they went from what happened to her to the future. There was no confusion, right? You're not lost at all during this movie.
Right.
And I think that you got to know what you're doing to be able to do that, because she did have something from her past, right?
Right. Now, I don't think this is a spoiler for me, because when I saw the trailers for this movie, and I don't know if you've seen the trailers for it, but when I saw the trailers for this, I thought this movie was about a woman who was a serial killer.
Right. I think that you're starting to get into the spoiler. Okay. I don't think you should at all.
All right, I'll stop there.
Sorry, guys. I really disagree with him on that, so we'll just stop there. My big thing about this movie is it's a subject matter that's incredibly difficult, but it's so true. Violence, sexual violence against women, rape, it's so prevalent, unfortunately. But this movie is important because it makes you see it in a different light, which is from nice guys.
Right. And I think that's really what they were trying to do with this movie, was
painful
to turn that light on, and put a little focus on the fact that guys can be,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, very difficult, but I think it's worth seeing, and it's well done. So I'll leave it there. Many of you know, too, and you're probably thinking, April saw this movie. Because I really stay away from, movies that are just bad to women, for women. But this is more of an educational movie. So you should see this movie.
All right, so A Promising Young Woman. Both April and I give this movie 4 stars.
Agreed, and we want to thank everybody for all your support. Keep the emails coming and your requests and your comments. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, we love hearing from you.
It's been fantastic, and it's because of you. We've grown so very much. Thank you so much, and to all the incredible companies from Amazon, Netflix, to Hulu, Apple TV, everyone that's begun streaming, reaching out to us. We just appreciate it so much.
Thanks a lot, and we'll see you at the movies.
We'll see you at the movies.